Hi, I'm Jacqueline Snyder, and this is the Product Boss Podcast. I've helped launch and grow thousands of product-based businesses, even one of my own. And over the last 20 years, I've seen behind the scenes of businesses just like yours. Whether they are makers, manufacturers, artists, or food and beverage businesses, I have spent so many hours studying it all. I've discovered what makes them successful, what mistakes they could have avoided, how did they turn their ideas into a successful business, and what are the strategies that they have used to make more sales and be discovered by more customers. And this is what this show is all about. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to become $1 million product boss, I'm here to give you the permission to chase your dreams, no matter how big or small. All you need is the right mindset, a little courage, strategy, and support, and you too can be the next $1 million product boss. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, friends. If you are anything like me, you probably spend more time running errands than running your business. Am I right? Like everything needs something. We got to run around. And I knew that this was like a major issue for me back in the day, which is why I decided to get help where I could. And I decided to let Instacart handle all of my grocery shopping. So I no longer had to worry about running all the errands and having to run out and get more almond milk for my lattes. Rather, I was like, you know what? We're just going to let Instacart handle that. So I want you to imagine skipping the store and getting back to designing, packaging orders, making, or maybe actually taking a break, even a nap. Remember those? Okay, so with Instacart, you can get groceries and essentials delivered in as fast as an hour so you can focus on growing your business without sacrificing a meal. Plus, less stress and more focus. And here's a tip. I've actually used Instacart before to order gifts from my daughter's friends' birthday parties because I haven't had time to run out and get presents. And I've been able to get the packaging, like the gift bag and the gift, like hello Sephora, delivered to my house while I was in the middle of coaching sessions so that I could have the present, right? It's like having a personal assistant without having a personal assistant. So if you want to do what I do and get the help where you can try it now if you head to theproductboss.com/Instacart. Hey, product bosses. Okay, really quick. Are you spending more time making all your products or maybe packaging your boxes than actually growing your business? I know. Okay, so if you've ever wished that someone would just tell you exactly what works when it comes to scaling your product brand into real money, right? Like good profit and making sales and growing this business that I know you've dreamed of, then I have something really special for you. I pulled together a special bundle of our top podcast episodes that every product-based business needs to hear. So think of this as your shortcut straight to the strategies that help you grow your sales, build a brand that lasts, and avoid that burnout that no one is actually talking about enough. So we're talking mindset shifts and marketing strategies and those behind the scenes lessons. And yes, you're going to have some quick action plans and strategies that we're going to share in here as well. So it is my top episodes playlist and it's totally free. We just wanted to gather it up so you didn't have to scroll through hundreds of episodes and think, what do I want to listen to, right? Let's make it easy. So all you have to do is head to www.theproductboss.com/top or click the link in the show notes. Pop in your email. I'll send over those exact episodes that have helped thousands of product-based business owners like you move from the hustle to sold out, right? I want you to go from where you are to getting you seen and sold. And that's all going to happen with this compilation of episodes for you. I just want to make it super easy. So let's start building your business with clarity, strategy, ease, and freedom. If you're a product-based business owner who needs to generate $500, $1,000, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in the next 3 days, you're going to love this episode. This is going to be a stretch. What I want to do with you here is I want to show you ways that in the next 3 days, we can test and try how to get a cash injection into your business, right? So this is your crash course, cash injection challenge without launching something new or burning out. Now, I see this as a stretch because the thing is that, we have to push ourselves to our edges, to the brinks of things that feel very uncomfortable. When we do that, that's when the breakthrough happens. And so if you're up for this game, I'm up for this game, let's go. You don't need a big sale, a huge following, or a new collection. My friend, you just need clarity, a plan, and a reason to show up. So we're not going to be talking about discount codes. We're actually going to be talking about offers that create urgency, value, and ease for your customer, and they create profit and sales for you. So let's get into how we're going to do this, how we're going to create this cash injection offer. So the first thing that you're going to do in this challenge is that you're going to choose what are you going to sell? Or what is the offer that you're going to make? It could be a bundle. So a bundle might be a group of bestsellers. It could be a skincare regimen. It could be how I want you to approach bundles or something that when you see customers buy from you, you see that they buy a couple things together. Maybe you sell stationery and they buy 3 gift cards. Maybe you sell skin serum and skin lotion and they buy the 2 things together. So you want to think, what do customers automatically add to cart, or is there a way I can put all my bestsellers together? Okay. So that's one option for you. Another option could be a flash offer. So something like free shipping or a limited time gift with purchase. It could be a new product drop, like a new scent, a new color, a new style. And another offer you can do is something where like you buy this and you get this. So it could be a one-time upgrade, a refill, something that's enticing. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to figure out what your offer is. So an offer does not have to be a discount. An offer is saying, hey, it's the summer, grab your bikinis. The brown bikinis are the awesome bikinis. Or, hey, it's the summer, let's play tennis, grab, your new pickleball bag. Or the offer could be like the pickle bag ball bundle, right? The bag, the balls, the racket, who knows? So that's what I want you to think about. This is something we dig deep into my challenges, like the Seen and Sold Bootcamp. We talk about what offers are we making? We really start to identify what these are and then how to sell them. But in this podcast episode, I want to give you this crash course on it. Okay. Now remember, you're not creating a new product. You are monetizing and making an offer around what you already have. And the reason you hear me talk about bestsellers oftentimes is, what's the easiest thing to sell? What does a customer always gravitate to, or what do you sell the most of? Because a lot of times you're not making offers around those. You're thinking you have to add new products, sell other things, instead of saying, hey, a lot of people are buying this. Let me just put this out in front of them. I'll give you an example. One of my students in our programs, I think she's in the Sales Accelerator. She's also opted into working with me. I take a couple clients every so often as one-on-one clients. And she's working with me right now, and she sells flea and tick spray for pets. Now, all day, every day, she can sell these sprays. But when she goes to markets, she wants to sell more. So we basically created bundles. We did 2 packs, 3 packs. We named them cool things. If we did a bigger size and a smaller size, we called it the home and away pack. She sold bigger bottles and we called it the apartment set, right? So we took the same product. We just positioned it in a different way and made a good offer. And by the way, she raised her average order value. She made sales. It was unbelievable, the results she had just from doing that. Okay. So that's the offer we're creating. The second thing is we have to promote it. We have to get it in front of customers. So your offer doesn't matter if no one sees it, right? If a tree falls in the woods and there's no one around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. If a product boss makes an offer and there's no one around to see it, do they make a sale? So now we're going to go loud. Now we're going to get in front of our customers. So if you have an in-person market coming up, you're going to put that offer in front of your customers. It is going to be the thing you direct people to. If you're online right now and you're like, hey, we want to do this in the next 3 days, well, then you're going to need to start to make noise. Perhaps you're going to post 1 to 2 reels and stories about it. I post up to 4 times a day. So I'm just saying, okay? If you have an email list, you're going to want to email them the offer. Even if it's small, 100 people, 1,000 people, 4,500 people, I don't care how many people are on your list, 50, they're on your list. They gave you their emails. They want to hear from you. Okay. So we're going to send offers. Now for my students in the Sales Accelerator inside of the program, I've given you all those email templates so you can go in there and grab them. For my friends that are listening on the podcast right now, send an initial email. That's the offer, right? Like new color drop or buy one, get one, or bestseller bundles are back, right? You're going to send an offer email. And then I would suggest you could do a resend to unopens on that, or you can do, if you're going to have a sale of over 24 hours, 48 hours, you're going to send 1 to 2 emails a day reminding them of the sale or this offer, and then you won't email them again after that. Okay. So that's kind of the plan. Hey friends. Okay. So I don't know if you're anything like me, but sometimes it feels like my self-care routine is slipping through the cracks, because when I'm juggling and wearing all the hats in my business and doing all the things, I mean, the last thing I have to do is like really fulfill that self-care routine that my daughter's talking about. She's like, Mom. So listen, so when it comes to running a successful business, you can't really pour from an empty cup. And a lot of times that self-care is like one of the first things to get yourself recalibrated. So that's why I want you to meet Glossy. Now, Glossy is my favorite daily beauty supplement designed to transform your skin and gut health from the inside out. And I'm actually an investor in this business because I so believe in this idea of science-backed ingredients for digestion and skin hydration. And Glossy makes it really easy to look and feel your best without that whole 10-step routine in the mirror, the thing I don't actually have time for. All I have to do is simply mix a stick into my water and I'm good to go. So if you want to try this, because I so believe in this business, I think it's amazing. It's done so many wonders for my skin and my gut, which are two things that I need help with. And you want to simplify your wellness and your beauty, all you have to do is click in the show notes and you can use the code Jacqueline Snyder. So it's my full name. Use the code Jacqueline Snyder and I'm hooking you up with 15% off your order. So cheers to glowing skin and a thriving business. Other things you can do, which we forget oftentimes, is to go back to our past customers. Do you have ways to DM them and text them? Are there local VIPs? Are there special emails that you can send to these people? Are there phone calls? Right? It's always easier to get people who have bought from you to buy again versus trying to get new customers. But right now, we're going to promote it. And we're not promoting just the store or just your brand or just your website or just your Etsy shop. No, we are literally promoting the product or the offer, the bundle, the color, the drop. That is the promotion. That is the email. That is the DM. And then the call to action is shop now. And I have to just remind you of this mindset note, okay? You are not bothering people. You're not. You are making it easy for them to say yes. You were like, hey, you wanted to know about my product. You follow me on social. You've given me your email list. You stopped by my booth. Here's an offer. Here's something that just makes it so easy. This thing is the thing you need right now and you want, buy. They might be like, cool, I want that and I want other things. Awesome. Let's do it. Okay. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to do this sale for 3 days. When I say sale, it just means that you're going to be focused over the next 3 days. It's not a set it and forget it offer. It's 3 days of momentum. So day 1 is launch with energy and a story, right? You're like, you put together this offer. You're like, okay, I'm going to email about it. I'm going to DM. I'm going to do stories. Do it dirty. Just do it. Done. Done is better than perfect. We do not have to do anything that's so perfectly created or perfected. You got to just get it out there. This is a big stretch for you. It's just about getting it out there. How many places can you put it out there and how can you repeat that again and again? Then on day 2, you might think about, okay, I've still got the offer. I'm still promoting it, but maybe I'm going to show social proof. I'm going to share screen grabs of testimonials or 5-star reviews. I'm going to share user-generated content. Or you might do product demos. You might go live. You might create video that you're actually like showing the product in use, trying it on, talking to your customers. Yes, getting on camera. Does it have to be your face? No, it could be your hands. I have a student of ours that sells crystals and she literally is always just talking and holding it in her hands. No one knows what her face looks like and they're buying in. But just so you know, social is social and personification of your brand or buying from people is really what's going to help you right now. So I'm just going to put that out there. And then the last day is that last call urgency, right? So that's sort of like you might have limited quantity, limited timing, going, gone. The bundles are disappearing, last chance to get it. You know, you're going to want to create kind of emails and urgency for that. What I want you to do is, and a tip here is that this is going to work best when you act like it's already working. So if you believe that it's already in process, it's already happening, like you have the power to make this happen, then you're going to feel more confident stepping into it. Whatever happens at this point is it's just data. Meaning, if you do not make a sale, it's data. Maybe you don't have an email list. Maybe there's no one following you on social media. Maybe it's really hard for you to find customers and be seen to sell to them, right? That could be data. But I just want to let you know, nobody knows. Nobody knows if you make a sale. Only you do. Don't beat yourself up about it. Be like, okay, cool. Yes, I get to figure this out. Yes, I get to see what's missing and what's not missing. And how do I then fix this moving forward? Some of you might be like, oh my gosh, like I went for it. I pulled this together. I took the initiative. I got stretchy. I was like, let's go. Let's do this. I didn't know I was going to hear this on this episode today. And you did it and you had a result. Maybe you got into conversation with customers. Maybe you made a sale or two. Maybe you made a bunch of sales. Maybe you tried a new offer and you're like, wow, people actually wanted that we got into conversation. It's working. I'm going to start doing more of that. You've learned something or you've had some sort of success. Nobody knows when we fail. And most of the time on social media, it's usually a celebration and not really a failure, unless you're one of the people who likes to share all sides. Most of the time, it's people are sharing the good stuff, but you don't have to share good or bad. And you certainly don't have to let anyone know if it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, it's not that it didn't work. It means it's data. So what's the data? The data is there's not enough people. You don't have a following. And you might be like, I don't want a following. I don't want to do this on social media. Cool. Got it. Nailed it. Right? Or it might be like, I have an email list and I sent it, but I'm not sure how to send emails. I don't know what the template should be like. I don't even have, I grew the list, but I don't even have the software to build it. Okay, cool. Got it. It could be that, you have a website, but the website's not converting. You're seeing people are landing there, but they're just not doing anything. Cool. Got it. This is all data. And data is awesome, my friends. We need data to make decisions. We need data to show us, hey, over here, this thing needs attention. So no matter what happens after these 3 days, I want you to be proud of yourself that you got stretchy, that you did the thing, that you're like, all right, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to try. I remember back in 2020, I did a video or plank challenge. Some of you remember this, where I said, all right, hold a plank for a minute or do a 1-minute video. Oh my goodness, that thing was just amazing and people felt so empowered. So it's kind of the same thing here. Now, I'd love for you to share results with me. So come say hello on Instagram, okay, at The Product Boss. I don't know if you're following me there yet, but come say hello. Send me a message. I'd love the update. If this episode is kind of fun and exciting and you want to do it with a friend, forward it to a friend. Make sure you're following the show. And I'm going to drop a link in because depending on when you're listening, we may be having a Seen and Sold bootcamp. So if that's something that feels aligned and you click the link and it's available when you're listening to this episode, maybe there's ways we can go deeper together and we can expand. But otherwise, I want to see how you crush it here and I want to hear your results, okay? You are not alone in this. You're not alone. And when you know that you've got someone to report to, share with, know that I'm waiting, I'm literally waiting on the other side to see your messages, then maybe that will help entice you or support you in making the decision to just go and just do it. Okay? Because here's the deal. The fastest way to feel confident is to make money from something you've already built. The fastest way to feel confident is to take action, do it, and do it anyways and learn, right? And this challenge isn't really about quick cash. It's actually about proving to yourself that you have what it takes to sell it, that you have what it takes to just pick yourself up and start doing something different. Okay, so take action, my friends. Keep it simple and let your products do the talking and you do the talking, right? You do the marketing, you do the talking, and you go for it. Okay, can't wait to hear how you do. Let me know. Okay, I'll see you over on Instagram and report back. Thanks, everyone.